Next on Worcester News Tonight, alcohol nip bottles littered across Worcester. The City Council could take up the issue again Tuesday night. One councillor wants a solution. Plus, a waste management service in Millbury is ranked one of the dirtiest in the country. A new report says pollutants could contribute to respiratory problems. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. We begin tonight in Worcester, where police are investigating a missing woman. According to police, they were informed Sunday night 19-year-old Khalifa Foreman was missing. She's 5'4", 120 pounds. She was last seen wearing a bright blue headscarf, black tank top, gray navy hoodie, and dark-colored jeans. According to her sister's social media post, Foreman was seen Thursday, June 6th, coming out of the popcorn market on Belmont Street. Anyone with information is asked to contact Worcester Police. Worcester is trying to become a cleaner place, but one problem remains a constant on city streets: nip bottles. Hundreds can be seen littered over sidewalks, roads, and yards. Now City Councilor Sarai Rivera is looking to provide an incentive to not throw them on the ground. Our Cam Jandro is live in Worcester tonight with those details. Cam?
Anna, Councilor Rivera says she doesn't want litter on any part of Worcester streets, but there's something particularly about the nip bottles that annoys her. We're here on Water Street. We just pulled up and there's about 6 or 7 just right here, and they're all over Kelly Square. Now, what if you were able to get rid of these bottles while also getting a little bit of money for your pockets? The number of nip bottles littered on the ground around Kelly Square is noticeable.
There's a lot of talk about really working on kind of, the consideration of like anti-litter, and these nip bottles have been really problematic.
City Councilor Sarai Rivera wants a solution. She's offered ideas to address the problem before. Her latest proposal would offer a 5-cent deposit for every nip bottle people redeem, similar to soda or beer.
Where you'll have large concentration, or you'll have them throughout the city, you'll have people picking them up and wanting to get the deposit. So very similarly, that we no longer see the cans crushed everywhere.
Worcester is making attempts towards cleaning up the streets with the new Clean City program, but discarded nip bottles are everywhere. Last week in Uxbridge, a hot dog stand owner started allowing customers to redeem nip bottles for discounts on food. In Worcester, some say the litter makes the city look dirty.
I live around here and they're definitely everywhere. They're definitely, no matter like where you go, you'll find them, that or needles. Maybe putting more trash cans around, or like recycling cans around, that would definitely help.
It gives the city of Worcester a really bad name, especially for its trash.
Communities in Massachusetts, like Chelsea, have banned the small bottles. Councilor Rivera filed a similar order earlier this year, and it remains under review. She hopes the deposit provides an incentive.
Recycling and putting a deposit will get us more conscious on recycling, which is also a really strong suit that we have here in the city.
Now, Councilor Rivera's order regarding the deposits will go in front of the Worcester City Council tomorrow night. We're live in Worcester. I'm Cam Jandro. Worcester News Tonight.
Indian Lake will be closed Tuesday for preventative algae treatment. The city's Department of Public Works says all people and pets should avoid swimming, boating, or any contact with the water. The treatment happens once a year and is aimed at preventing harmful algae blooms by removing any phosphorus from the lake. The lake is expected to be ready for Wednesday. An event in the city celebrates the growth of the region's biotech industry and announces there's more coming in the future. Massachusetts Biomedical Initiatives hosted the conference. They're developing 18 new incubator laboratories for startup companies. Lieutenant Governor Karyn Polito says Massachusetts and Central Massachusetts are moving forward in the biomedical field. She says the success of the life science industry in the state is based on teamwork.
When you think about our academic institutions and government and academia coming together, that clearly is the collaboration that has helped this Commonwealth be a leader in terms of life science and medical device manufacturing and the research and development and manufacturing of therapies and treatments.
Worcester Business Development Corporation also announced the new marketing campaign for the Worcester Biomanufacturing Park. A new report ranks a waste management service in Millbury as one of the top polluters in the nation. Wheelabrator says they complete compliance checks and are up to code, but some who live in the town say the new information is concerning. Our Chandler Walsh spoke with Millbury's town manager about the report.
A recent study ranks Wheelabrator Millbury as one of the nation's highest polluting incinerators. The facility converts solid waste from the surrounding communities to energy. The report by the Tishman Environment and Design Center in New York ranks the facility high for nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxide emissions. Both are linked to respiratory issues.
Well, I'm concerned, of course. I mean, the air we breathe is not clean anyway.
Chris Miller has lived in town for more than a decade and says it's alarming.
It's a big plant. It takes in a lot of towns, too.
But town manager David Marciello says the report shouldn't be cause for concern.
The DEP follows this type of establishment very closely. There are reports that have to be filed.
Millbury's Wheelabrator incinerator has been running since the 80s, and Marciello says he hasn't had any reports of health issues.
I think that people need to rest assured that this is something that is regulated through the state, and the state is watching it very closely.
Wheelabrator Technologies says they complete compliance checks each day to make sure they're meeting EPA and Mass DEP air quality standards. In a statement, they say waste to energy is globally recognized as a safe and environmentally responsible form of waste management and energy creation. The EPA endorses waste to energy and prefers it to landfilling.
They've been a very good partner with the town, and obviously it's a necessary evil. We have to get rid of our refuse.
Mass DEP says Wheelabrator Millbury consistently meets their limits. They say there have been some cases where they've exceeded limits, but it's under constant monitoring and resolved right away. In Millbury, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A pediatrician took the stand today in the 5th day of testimony in the so-called Blackstone House of Horrors murder trial. UMass Memorial doctor Heather Forkey described her concern while examining the 3-year-old and 5-month-old girls found covered in feces in Erica Murray's home in 2014. Dr. Forkey testified both girls showed signs of developmental and physical delays that were so concerning they were immediately admitted to the hospital.
We were very concerned that this was a child who had experienced a profound amount of neglect, and that as a result she had physical consequences of that, emotional consequences of that, and developmental consequences of that.
Murray is charged with the murder of 2 of the 3 dead babies found in the home back in September of 2014. A Central Massachusetts town manager is starting a new tradition to celebrate Boston sports teams winning. Rutland is the geographical center of Massachusetts. Town manager Michael Nicholson is placing a friendly bet with the center of Missouri in hopes the Bruins will win Game 7 and the town will get a goodie basket from Jefferson City. Our Brittany Schaefer spoke with people today about Wednesday's Game 7.
And it's 4-1.
The Boston Bruins winning big in a do-or-die Game 6 was music to Michael Nicholson's ears.
I am a lifelong Bruins fan. We're lucky to live where we are, and I feel sorry for the rest of the country.
The Rutland town administrator is so confident in the Bruins, he has placed a friendly bet. The town is the geographic center of Massachusetts. Their counterpart in Missouri is Jefferson City.
Jefferson City, Missouri, which is actually their capital city. So it was somewhat of a reach, but they accepted it. Turns out their city manager is a former Boston resident. So he kind of jumped at the opportunity.
Whichever town's team loses will have to send a basket filled with local goods from their area. While Nicholson hopes the Bruins will win, he has an idea of what the town would send.
Some maple syrup from local farmers, a couple different Rutland items that say the town of Rutland on it, things from our local farms. When the Bruins win on Wednesday night, the people over in Jefferson City are definitely going to be rocking the black and gold.
Worcester fans agree the Bruins have what it takes to take home the Stanley Cup.
I'm a Bees fanatic, and I get really pumped, really excited. The neighbors probably hear me going crazy. If Tuukka Rask plays well and the rest of the guys can put in a couple of goals, we're going to take it.
I've watched every single game, fan support, home ice. I think we got the momentum just to take it. I think we're ready. cue the duck boats.
Nicholson already won a similar wager when backing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He thinks the Bruins have the players to make Rutland's record 2-for-2.
Rask should have a great game. He's been doing great all season. And Char has shown he's tough as nails. We're going out to play with a broken jaw. So I think we got nothing to worry about. We're going to take home that cup.
Nicholson says he thinks it'll be a low-scoring game, but the Bruins will win. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Well, it's the busy season for another sport, Major League Eating. And Oxford contestant Geoffrey Esper is starting off strong. On Friday, Esper won the Hostess Donuts competition in Texas, eating 235 donuts in just 8 minutes. He took down the world's #1 competitive eater, Joey Chestnut. He also won the malted barley pretzel eating contest this past weekend in Providence, finishing 26 pretzels in, again, just 8 minutes. We asked Esper how he trains for competitions like these, and he says it doesn't always involve food.
I don't eat food all the time to practice. I'd be, way too heavy of a person. So we practice with other stuff, liquids and stuff like that, just to stretch our stomachs out. Water, you can use juice, a Powerade, stuff with electrolytes. Some people use vegetables, low-calorie vegetables, use a lot of vegetables. Just anything that you put in your stomach, not a lot of calories, and stretch it out.
Esper has a few more competitions before the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest in July. He came in 4th last year, but says he's looking to take 2nd this year.